Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So the crypto market right now, a little bit of red right now on the downside. Bitcoin down 0.72, Ethereum down 1.37, XRP down 2.81. And guys, yeah, XRP trading at 0.212 cents right now. Guys, here's XRP on the daily, and it's looking like we are losing ground. Boy, that escalated quickly. It seems like it was just yesterday. Well, it was about 6 months ago now, but it does seem like it was yesterday that XRP was trading at 50 cents, just touched the 50-cent mark back in June. So who's worried? Are you guys actually worried? I do want you to tell me if you are in the comments, because I'll tell you who's not worried about this, guys, and you may be surprised about this. Galgatron, that's right, Galgatron. Don't believe the price is what he tweeted yesterday on Twitter. As some of you guys may know, Galgatron is one of the more colorful members of the XRP community, also very colorful, very opinionated, and doesn't give price predictions. All joking aside, I think it speaks volumes that Galgatron says don't believe the price when you're seeing an XRP worth, what, 21 cents right now? Down here, low volume, not a lot of movement in the space as a whole. Guys, let's go to BTC on the daily, and we're seeing the same kind of pattern here. Nothing but low volume, not a lot of movement. BTC hugging that $7,000 mark. And right now, the financial landscape isn't looking too great. This from Arcane Manifest, at Arcane Manifest on Twitter. They call us crazy. Everybody doubts us and laughs. 2020 liquidity crisis is upon us. Now, he linked this article here from CCN. Fed Chair Jerome Powell doesn't believe that the central bank's daily repo operations have any macroeconomic implications. I beg to differ. And so this article from a couple of days ago, the Federal Reserve's intervention in the financial system reached truly epic proportions Thursday after the central bank's New York division announced the largest series of repo operations ever. The announcement came mere days after the Federal Open Market Committee painted a rosy picture of the U.S. economy in its final policy meeting of 2019. Of course, nobody wants to scare anybody at the end of the year around the holiday season, but what the Fed says and what it does are two completely different things. The central bankers are admitting by their actions, not words, that crisis is brewing in the financial sector. So guys, you gotta remember what your government tells you and what your government does can be and will be many times very, very, very different. You've got to pay attention. Don't just hear what they say, pay attention to what they're doing. Let me continue. The New York Fed announced Thursday it's planning to inject almost $500 billion into the overnight repo market through the new year, significantly increasing intervention to ensure short-term interest rates are kept in check. The plan includes providing an additional $425 billion in short-term funding to banks in dire need of cash. Well, why are banks in dire need of cash? Interest rates low, lending out quite a bit, and this thing is propped up. You guys got to remember this. The economy is propped up, and there's only so much governments can do to keep this facade going until the jig is up. The rug could be pulled out from under us at any time, and we could see another 2008 again. Stock market crashing, people panicking, taking out their money, which is all part and parcel of a liquidity crisis. As the Financial Times reports, the nuts and bolts of the operations include $120 billion in overnight repo up to December 30th, and in early January alongside $175 billion in longer-term operations. So central bankers are flooding the market with liquidity to avoid another repeat of September when overnight interest rates shot up to 10%, 4 times the target of the federal funds rate. At the time, the interventions were sold as emergency measures to shore up the financial system. 3 months later, money printing looks like a permanent fixture to cover up what's really happening behind the scenes. Ouch. When they talk about cryptocurrency, you hear these theories about people talking about, cryptocurrency, we're going to see a new reserve currency, there's going to be a new world order, people need financial freedom. On the one hand, it sounds a little bit conspiratist. Is that a word? Anyway. But on the other hand, you've got to remember this happened to us only 10 years ago. And I think that it's one of those things where, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. How much more of this will people fall for before they realize look, I've got to do something to protect myself. And could this be the boom that cryptocurrency needs? The FOMO. This is real world FOMO, by the way. This isn't just a few of us heard about Bitcoin going up and we're pumping our money in, guys. That was 2017, if you don't remember. This wasn't even during a financial crisis. For those of you guys looking at the screen, I got the Bitcoin chart up here, and this was 2017. When we saw this FOMO, when we saw Bitcoin go up to 20,000, this is nothing. This is absolutely nothing in comparison to what will happen if we see another financial crisis. And not only that, now we have the infrastructure in place for regular people to be able to purchase cryptocurrencies if this is the case. This will probably be the biggest financial crisis on record. And not only that, we have alternative measures to store value, cryptocurrency being that main thing. So it will make this FOMO look like child's play. That is my opinion. I saw this article here. R3 completes trade finance blockchain trial with more than 70 organizations. And so guys, this trial included more than 70 organizations from more than 25 countries. Upwards of 340 participants from those organizations were involved and came out from sectors like financial services, information technology, telecommunications, logistics, the maritime industry, real estate, hospitality, and the automotive industry. This with regards to trade finance, okay guys? The trial tested working capital applications developed by TradeLX, I think it's called, or Trade9, Trade-IX, I don't know, and focused on the receivables finance product on Marco Polo's platform. TradeLX announced Thursday, accounts receivable financing, also called factoring, is where a business sells account receivables to a third party at a discount in return for immediate cash payment. So guys, this with regards to the Marco Polo network using blockchain technology for trade finance. And they are partnered with R3, and we know R3 can settle with XRP. It's interesting to see that all these sectors, so not just financial services, we're seeing other sectors now too, information technology, telecommunications, logistics, the maritime industry, real estate, hospitality, and the automotive industry. It is getting bigger and bigger. Trade is something that envelops the world. And so, you know, once you can get things moving on the blockchain seamlessly, I think we're eventually going to see more and more adoption within trade finance. And yeah, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Sir Gordon Gecko here on Twitter posted this. I have a feeling MoneyGram will announce Walmart or Visa this week on CNN. And so we know that the MoneyGram CEO, Alex Holmes, will be interviewed by Julia Chatterley on CNN this week. And guys, I don't know if you remember this. This from a particular bear in the community. I'm not going to name names, but he wrote this a few months ago. MoneyGram working with Walmart wasn't a convenient coincidence. It was purposely set up as a proving ground to test Ripple's tech. The rumors were flying, but Brad kept the ace up his sleeve and kept it close. That's right, guys. From the Rippled Reddit, LOADSTAR 2, and I know some of you guys might not be Bearable Guy fans, and that's okay. I'm not going to dwell on this too much, but I am going to be doing another video later today with regards to Bearable Guy's new hint on Twitter. Just wanted to mention that for those of you guys wondering why I haven't gotten to it yet. We're going to go over it later. Let's get back to this though. So Sir Gordon Gecko posting this. PJ Crypto says Walmart more likely, maybe both. But that has been in the news way before this public announcement. MGI is already doing business with both. How much we don't know. Only a few corridors have opened up. After this, maybe a whole lot more. Both are intra and international everywhere. So yeah, PJ Crypto mentioning this, very interesting because yeah, MGI has already been working with Walmart. If you go into Walmart, you can see that you can already transfer money using MoneyGram services, but the Ripple partnership is that differentiator between now and then. And they're slowly building up corridors using ODL, so that could really have an effect, I think, on business, especially when cryptocurrency regulations come to pass globally. NDA, not a chance they announce anything on CNN, says Captain Swashbuckles. Yazid Dar Ali says, good strategy. The Walmart alliance with MoneyGram was perhaps to start the liquidity engines through Walmart's B2B transactions. Imagine how many suppliers Walmart sources their products from. And yes, I agree with this. The liquidity engine needs to start somewhere. Right now we're seeing low liquidity through ODL. And, you know, despite these charts where we're seeing, oh, look, ODL volume increasing, guys, it's still just a drop in the bucket to what we are going to see coming down the pipe in the future. This is only a small, minuscule sample of the potential that ODL will have on the network. So thanks very much, Sir Gordon Gecko, for posting this and mentioning this very particular LOADSTAR from a few months ago. Good eye there. Then I saw this guy's Chainsaw Jackson at XRP Jackson on Twitter. Hiya, XRP community runs on Ripple. Western Union launches cross-border payments to Japan? Could Western Union be using XRP? I don't know. We know they've trialed it in the past, but the CEO has gone on the record to say, you know, really it didn't save us too much money. But let me read you guys this. Western Union, a leader in cross-border, cross-currency money movement and payments, and City Express, one of the leading remittance companies in Japan, have launched a global consumer-to-business, C2B, payment service to enable global used car enthusiasts to buy from B Forward, one of Japan's leading used car exporters. So Western Union C2B offering uses the company's proprietary Quick Pay service, which is live in 8 countries, and they list them off here. B Forward customers in these countries now have the option to shop online and use the local currency to pay for their purchases in person at a Western Union location in their country of residence. The unique collaboration falls within the company's growing portfolio of cross-border payments, where other companies are increasingly using Western Union's global network to enable options for payments of goods and services for their customers. Now guys, I will link this article in the description if you want to read it further. What I found interesting about this was that they talk about Japan and Western Union in Japan. Now guys, we know Japan is already very cryptocurrency friendly, and we know XRP and Ripple have a very strong presence in Japan. And City Express, let's go back here for a second. XRP Jackson makes a very good point here by posting this here. Our valued partners, one of them who include SBI Remit, and not only that, MoneyGram as well, okay? This from City Express is a website, ctexpress.com. So, you know, probably Western Union, I think, whether they are using XRP or not, it doesn't say it. I'm not assuming that they are, but if anything, we know that they are running in the same circles as SBI Remit, MoneyGram. They have to be. They're realizing they have to compete somehow. And whatever their solution is, I'm thinking that they're likely hoping that it has the guts, it has the power to compete with Ripple's XRP technology and their main competitor, MoneyGram. So what do you think Western Union's next move will be? Do you think they're finally seeing that the writing is on the wall? Or do you think they're going to keep their heads buried in the sand and ignore the inevitability of MoneyGram coming out on top if they are not willing to compete? Guys, I will have a Bearable Guy video for you later today. I just wanted to mention that, but for now, I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.